One child's drink, wallop. Well, I've not long come off the motorway, off the M11. You joined me back in Cambridge this morning. Grabbed a quick bite to eat, nice and early. I've been up since God knows when. And I've been invited, firstly, to a little complex of lakes. Don't know too much about it, not even seen a picture of what the carp looked like. But first things first, when we get there, we're gonna try find some carp, as you do. And yeah, fingers crossed, we can nick a bite nice and early, and then it'll be on to the next county. So, touch wood, everything goes to plan. We've just arrived at the lake. It's nice and bright this morning, so I've got my glasses, and I think first things first, gonna go have a little wander around. It's about, I think it's 7 o'clock now, and that sun is really bright and high in the sky, so hopefully, with it being a little bit cool, we've got a few hours to catch a couple before they start moving about and probably hitting the surface. So yeah, go have a quick walk round, try and find them, and then we'll be back to grab the rods. It looks super sexual down there. Well, we've had a short walk around, and quite funny enough, in the swim called the Short Walk, we see a little bit of bubbling out here in this channel. We'll probably have a quick scout about, because there could be a better opportunity than just that, but at least there's something to go on so far. We're gonna have a little look. The sun's up and the margins are pretty shallow and clear, so we're gonna have a quick lap, I think. And if we don't see nothing else, we'll probably end up here, flick a couple of little traps out and see what happens for the morning. So yeah, at least there's some action. And then there's something to go on, I suppose. When you don't physically see something bubbling that's moving like that, suggests that I asked Dave, is there anything else in here? And he said, no, there's just carp. So pretty sure that it's carp moving about. And it seems sort of the area that you'd find them, you know, in between two swims are quite far apart. The other swims are sort of fairly close. So yeah, sort of an area where they probably don't get pressured as much. So yeah, we're gonna have a quick walk. And if nothing happens, you might see us here again soon. So yeah, literally just sorted the gear out, put them maggots in that tub so they don't go everywhere in the bag, and yeah, got the little mat, little light rods, little rucksack, just light and easy. Gonna go back to that little channel where we see that bubbling. We've got that little bit of cloud cover coming, so hopefully bite time hangs on. The sun's sort of gone in a bit, feels a little bit better. So yeah, let's get out of here and get the rods out. Right, let's do this. So, as you can see, there's just a simple little blowback rig, similar to what I use all the time. Always keep it simple. If anything, it's a little bit complicated with that rig ring, I find, because it can sometimes spin around the hook. But nice and simple, leg clip, little anti-tangle sleeve to kick it away, and I think that's probably going to sit literally just like that, not cock up right, just nice and light, bag of maggot, flick to them bubblers, and hopefully, yeah, something will happen. We'll see. You might get some liners and that and be able to tell. But yeah, the other one is exactly going to be the same. I might stick a little wafter on it because they get fished for here, you know. It's not like a lot of the places, and it's been warm for a while. So maybe that bright one, I'm not too sure. We'll see. But the other one I'm going to set up with a helicopter just because I don't know the bottom out there. If it's silty, at least I know one rod's going to be fishing. So yeah, I'm gonna crack on, get this other leader ready, and then whack them on the rods and get them out there. The idea of the maggots is a quick bite. It was a heavy frost this morning, so the first probably things to wake up will be the carp being active and looking for food. With not much naturals being about, then it's definitely the way for a bite. As Dave suggests, that there's nothing other than carp really in here, so I'm hoping that it's a tactic that probably ain't been used that much, and if there ain't many nuisance fish in here, it could play to our advantage. So yeah, small little bags, flicked out there with small little pop-ups and that, and see if we can nick one. That's about right. It was sort of a bit of a lob. A lot of my fishing's usually close in, like, so I've got heavy leads with me. It would have been nicer to have a lighter lead. Wasn't too much of a disturbance, but if you've seen the few films previously, I like to just cast out, and not so much that I do, but I know that's fishing, so that'll definitely do for now. Gonna try and squeeze another rod in to the side of it, and yeah, it's pretty shallow, and that was rock hard, so we've got a chance definitely if they're about. I haven't really been watching the water that much to see if they're bubbling. So once I get the other rod out, we'll keep an eye out and see what happens. So yeah, let me get that other one out there. That was sweet, bruv. That didn't land on top of the other one, did it? So managed to squeeze this right hand rod in down the side, under that overhanging tree. And yeah, the traps are out, so let's see what happens. The rods are out now. We've settled in that little channel. Just see that bubbling, that's all we could really go on. It was still a bit fresh this morning when we got here. It's late morning, around 9 o'clock, I think. Once that sun gets up, in a couple of hours, we'll probably give it an hour and a half or something. We'll go for another mooch, because with the tactic, usually you should get a quick bite, especially with it being sort of late morning. You've probably got an hour or so of bite time left. So we're gonna do that. As soon as that sun gets up and there's a little bit of warmth in it, we're gonna have a little mooch around and see if we can find some. But if we catch one in the meantime, I'm sure you'd be the next to know. I don't know if that was a beep, a liner. So yeah, you never know. Hopefully, fingers crossed. So we've given it an hour. Pretty sure that we heard something around the other side of the island. It could have been a few geese, but we're not too sure. The bubbling's stopped here, so there's definitely nothing happening. So gonna give it a quick move and see if we can locate something. Got my lucky hat on. I ain't got no wrap sticks, have I? Bingo. That was sweet, wasn't it? Nice and solid. I could probably leave that in the clip, couldn't I? Don't need to though. Don't plan to stay here that long. Right, so we've give it probably about an hour and a half, and it seems like that weather's turning. It's due to rain this afternoon, and I'm getting itchy feet. So what we're going to do is have a quick walk round whilst that weather's still half decent, and see if we can go on any guaranteed signs. So let me whip these rods in and go for a little mooch about. What's the chances of that? I must have nicked him with a bag, innit? Not even a roach, bruv. Could have done with one of them. Literally, we've had a wander around a few of the lakes. I'm at the top lake here, and notice that there's a few fish cruising up and down this margin. There's a few nice spots, so what I'm going to do is grab a few handfuls of pellet, put it on the spots, and then go and grab the rods. Well, I've just come back to the top lake here, and there's a few fish feeding on that pellet already. So what I'm going to do is just lower a single hook bait in this simple pop-up rig, and hopefully you'll see me with a carp very, very soon. Well, how frustrating was that? Had to sit on my hands for quite a while, and watching fish come in and out, fish feeding to the left of the spot, the right of the spot, and finally the rod's gone. It's quite a decent one as well. Looks like a ghosty mirror, so a ghosty linear. So let's hope that we can get him in. Got to be, innit? Why did he say the biggest one's a ghosty? Putting up a decent fight, this one, you know? Sweet as.